Every 68 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted, and studies show that more than 10 million adults in the U.S. have experienced domestic violence, but there is help. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and today a Durham couple is here with me in studio to talk about their mission to light the way and spread hope. We want to welcome Ed and Florida Dudley. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about this very important conversation.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So, Florida, I want to start with you. Explain how you came up with the name Shining Light into Darkness.
As a survivor, that's the genesis of it. And Shining Light in Darkness came from my belief and my faith. And John 1:5, where light is, darkness can't dwell. And so with the darkness that's surrounded around domestic violence and sexual assault, hence the name Shining Light in Darkness.
And Ed, talk a little bit about the sensitivity when dealing with survivors.
Yeah, it's important to really be sensitive because we don't understand the toll that the trauma has had on them, but more importantly, the emotional state, because we all heal differently. We all go through things a little bit differently. So we have to be very sensitive because we just don't know what type of emotional state that they're in at that time.
Sure. And talk about who you guys serve.
We serve the underserved community, the marginalized. We serve women of color, men, people with disabilities, active duty, veterans.
Women of color.
I said women of color.
LGBTQ.
LGBT. I thought he was going to chime in on that one.
We serve everyone,
Yes.
but we have a
Yes.
narrow focus on the marginalized community.
Sure. And we're looking at pictures from some of your previous events. Talk to us about the need to reach out to all these various backgrounds, because you talked about that 68 every 68 seconds, and you said to me that's only what's being reported.
Correct. So how heinous this act is in itself, to have no support is hard. And adding the population that we serve, the marginalized communities, it's even harder when you add trauma to it. And so because I was there and I know I didn't have support and I needed support, I needed help, but nobody was there. So I suffered in silence and in darkness, and hence turning that vision into reality, to give others that support that they need.
That's amazing. And I understand you've received the Blue Cross Blue Shield North Carolina Give Local Micro Grant. How is that going to help your mission?
Ed?
Well, it's we were very fortunate to receive that grant, and what we're doing is we really want to spread our message. So what we're doing is we're taking some of that money and using it towards marketing to expand our message, because more people need to hear about what we're doing and the work that we're doing in the community.
And really quickly, talk about your collaboration with Blackology Coffee as well.
Oh, wow. Go ahead.
Blackology, our collaboration is a healing latte to help better serve victims and survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. And when I tasted it, we went for a taste testing, and we tried multiple ones, but this one, it was just like a refresher, a renewing, and all of those feelings that I was feeling within that latte is what survivors need to feel. Yes. So this is why we went into partnership and collaboration with Blackology.
And a portion of the sales of every purchase of the latte will go back to Shine a Light to our programming and services.
That's amazing. And how can people reach you?
Of course, email Florida, like the state, FLORIDA @SLIDFND.org, or on the website www.slidfnd.org, or by phone 919-791-5578.
Oh, you guys are incredible. Ed and Florida Dudley, thank you so much for joining us. This is such an important conversation to have. Thank you for shining light in darkness.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Jeff.
There's a healing message there. Thank you all for sharing.